Yeah. It's bit it's a bit Madeley that I'm doing this today. This morning found out that a girl that was in treatment with me has died. Apparently she was dead for 4 weeks before anyone found her. And that's where addiction can take you. It's either death, prison, or an asylum. I was started drinking when I was about 14 in the park with my mates. I was the one who always suggested I wanted to, you know, I always had the most money, always I wanted more drink. I drank more than my mates. And then I got into a bad relationship. I was in a violent relationship for about 2 years. My son was about 15 then, my daughter was about 10. I was really close to my son, with having him from a young age. We were very close, but when I was with this fella, that seemed to go. It was like, Michael just, I think he couldn't believe I was letting this man treat me as the way he did, but at the time I didn't really see it. You know, he mentally and physically like abused me. And I was with him for about 2 years, and anyway I started applying for a job in Jaguar, and I thought, you know, if I get this job it'll be me way out of this relationship. And just a lot of things happened all at once, and I sort of had a breakdown. My uncle had been killed. In fact, we were all drinking in mine, and my uncle used to walk home bladdered like when he'd had a drink, and he actually used to say, no matter how drunk you are, you always seem to get home. But he didn't make it home this time. He was in a hit and run and he got killed. And then my dad died about 6 months later. I'd got the job in Jaguar, and eventually I ended up having a mini breakdown. The doctor in work said that your body can only take so much, and then eventually it just shuts down. And as time went on, I started drinking more, doing noticing in work. I was just crying sometimes that I couldn't do my job, and they used to send me down to the medical. The medical had an idea that I was drinking, and they suggested to go to AA, but I was thinking well, I'm not even an alcoholic, what are they on about, you know. And then gradually, even if I'd be going shopping with my mum, I'd knock back 2 vodkas of a morning, and I'd be walking through the park going to the shops, and I'd see fellas drinking cans in the park, and I'd be thinking, oh, look at them, but I was just the same as them. I just wasn't doing it sitting in the park. So I took voluntary redundancy, but it just meant that I had more time to drink, and I just thought I was on one big holiday. I was just constantly drinking, And then it just got a hold of me, got a grip of me, and it wasn't, you know, I was in bed and I just used to drink all day with a bottle on tap beside of me. And I used to, it's like I had to have a drink then to be able to function. I mean, my daughter has actually found me at the bottom of the stairs. I don't know whether it fell or had gone down and collapsed there or what, but some days, like, I'd ask my daughter, you know, I'd say to her, what day is it? And she'd say, like, Wednesday, and the last time I could remember the day, it was Sunday. And I think where Monday and Tuesday had gone, I was just like, had blackouts. They were scary, really scary, because it's not like when you go out and you can't remember what happened, like the next day, and you start remembering little bits. This is proper, like, pure, like, just blackout. I'd lost like 2 days, and then one night or day it was that, just like my daughter had took me to the Royal, and all I remember was a face crying, saying she couldn't cope with me anymore. Anyway, I was looking at Park View, and if I went in there it meant giving me house up, and, you know, the kids going to live with me mum and all that. It was going to be a big commitment. Anyway, I went into the treatment centre, and I just thought, what have I done? What have I put myself in there? But I was in there with 30 other addicts and alcoholics. And I thought that I was taking someone's bed up, to be honest, because I didn't think I was as bad as people that were in there, because I heard some stories, you know, people were homeless, people had come from prison, you know, and I thought, you know, I'm not as bad as these people. I realised that I wasn't taking someone's bed. I needed to be there for me and my kids. It was like the hardest thing I've ever done. But the best thing I've ever done as well. Yeah, I was embarrassed as well, because I thought I was like, you know, is this what I've come to? Is this what I've, like, brought my kids down to, come to visit me in here? But I was determined I was going to get better. But when I was in treatment, I learned that it's an illness. Alcoholism and addiction is an illness. They say it's inherited, or it's in the family, and I do agree with it to a point, like, but, you know, it's like self-medicating yourself as well. Like, things happened to me in my past which I thought I'd dealt with, and until you can talk to someone one-on-one about it, I realised I hadn't dealt with them. I'd just pushed them to the back of my mind. I'm quite proud now that I've give the drink up, and where I am in my life. My daughter is at university. My son, and my relationship with my son is getting better all the time. We're getting that connection back. And I'm starting to look forward. You know, I'm looking for work. I've got a lovely house, I love where I'm living, and it doesn't bother me not having drink in my life.